Now I'm going to try to see if I can do this. I took all the screws out of it, out of the bottom of it, and I took the screw out of this motor cover. You probably want to take that off first. You just pop right off. There's a little, I call it like a little gasket. You just got to be careful. Take that thing off. Okay, there's the motor. It's that PN, Kyosho PN 70. Well, it ain't Kyosho, it's PN Racing. Okay, now the front end, you got the screws out. I'll pop this off. Wheels will come off. Now, the way I have this now, trying to get it over that servo. I cut a little hole in that. It's a little too big, but you get the idea. I cut the hole. I just took a piece of 1 millimeter styrene plastic and just made a little support there and shoe glued it in to hold the servo up. And I took the original, everything inside here is all stock, and I just drilled the hole out of that servo end of that white gear and put the servo hub off of a servo horn. I cut that little hub off and put that in there and glued that in. I think I used CA on that, super glue, just a touch, doesn't take much. Now the servo sits in there flat, and when it turns the steering like it's supposed to, like stock. Okay, now we can lift Mario off, I think. Oh, no, we can't. I gotta get, to get Mario off, I have to take he's got 4 screws underneath this board. This is a WPL D12, I believe that's what it is, board. Receiver, speed control, ESC, whatever, all in one. And it sits right in there. I used a different switch out of another WPL because I ended up ruining the original switch for him. But it's the same 2-wire switch, so that's not a big deal. It almost looks like it should be in there. But the board fits in there nice. I had to shorten up some wires here a little bit. It's not the best, but it works. This is the motor wire that comes in. And there's nothing inside here. There's nothing inside underneath him. Where the old board used to sit is right behind that switch there, and there's nothing in there now because I put that there. Now, I'm going to use a 7.4 volt little battery that came with my WL Toys K969, and that fits in here good, and I can close the door eventually. When the batteries come in, that's what I'll use. But like in the videos, I use this great big honking battery, and then I just set it up here and strapped it on him just just to try it, because it had long enough leads to reach down there. But that was just for me to try it. Now I'm thinking that this is so darn close that a guy almost doesn't need let me get this thing up in there. Foot pedals. But I'm thinking that thing doesn't have to be cut, but it's so darn close there that after I cut it, I cut it before I had the servo in there, so, and I ended up having to cut the steering column off a little bit, and then I glued that bottom piece back on it so that it'll kind of look right. So it has that little gap in there, and the guy may not, do what you can, but thing is, I wanted to use the original steering stuff. I didn't want to change anything, and I kind of wanted to, once it's all back together, I wanted to make sure it kind of looked like it was a stock, regular Carrera Mario pipe cart. So, hopefully that kind of explains a few things. If not, let me know.